So, was it last year you did the ICE protest show?
Oh, no, that was a few years back, man.
Did you end up going, because I know you did something downtown LA, but did you end up going to like the border? You were doing like a show outside of the border in San Diego, right?
Yeah, and I went to Mexico.
So you were in TJ?
But I went to, I went to TJ and I went to an actual like ICE detention facility and performed outside of it on a truck.
I was going to say it was on a truck, right? Yeah. I remember seeing that. And I DJ in San Diego all the time, and I go get all my medicine from Tijuana, so I know how crazy that border, especially because what year was this? Was this 2020?
19 maybe.
Yeah. That border during the Trump years was fucking crazy. It was crazy.
Yo, there was so many people.
Yeah, it was nuts. And I think when we went over there
to get in, like
one of the what was the big like immigrant like there's a lot of people trying to seek asylum in the U.S. and they were stopped in Tijuana.
In TJ, a lot of African people. That was
African
something
people.
that I didn't
and they
know
were camped
until
out
I went
at
there.
The border,
I mean, just the way that they were running that situation was just like super inhumane. And I was really surprised to see so many African people, like West African people. I think they were from like Cameroon or Congo. There were some French-speaking Africans. And it was like, hundreds upon hundreds of people. And the way that they would get contacted was like they get to the front of this line of thousands of people.
Right.
And then they give them a number on a piece of paper. And then they call that number sometime within the next month, like weeks on weeks, and you literally have to be within earshot to hear your number called.
At the border.
At the border.
So you kind of have to just hang out there
for months, like to proceed to the next.
We're going to sleep on the sidewalk.
Exactly what they were doing. It was like, it was gross. Definitely see the way that they were treating human beings. Like I was really taken aback by that. But that's also in the midst of like all the things happening with the kids in the detention facilities.
I just remember
sexual assault,
the cages,
the
blankets that were like
metallic blankets,
aluminum foil
blankets.
And I think a lot of that stuff's still going on right now.
It's definitely still going on.
Yeah, because I'm definitely a fuck Donald Trump type of guy, but I think a lot of that shit was going on before him too,
and after.
And after.
What I mean? I'm not making any excuses for him in particular, but you know what I'm saying? The hypocrisy of like American oppression doesn't begin or end with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just the one that put it on Front Street. He said, "This actually what I'm on. I'm paying all my niggas. I'm here for the bag. Straight like that. Fuck y'all." This is what presidents have been doing the whole time.
But he just told
Donald
y'all.
Trump just said what he was on. You know what I mean?
He just let y'all know what was going down.
He said what he was on. That's why,
It's crazy too because like
people.
I've like been like a lifelong like liberal Democrat guy. Like I voted for Joe Biden, but this last fucking few years I just been like, I just don't know where we go from here. Like I don't know. Like how do you feel about this next presidential election? Because it really feels like somehow we're gonna end up with the same two guys, and I don't know if either of them are great for our country. And I just don't.
Neither of them are great.
No, they're definitively terrible.
Neither of them is great.
Joe Biden has been a terrible president, and I voted for him. He just hasn't been great. But the guy before him was terrible for his own
really
reasons.
Bad,
Terrible for the racial division, the normalization of a lot of things. Like
him getting locked up and having that hard ass mugshot too. I think that only helps his case.
Bro, I'm like, it's gonna be a Griselda album cover event. Like West Side Gun's next album cover might be the Donald Trump like mugshot.
Unfortunately, that's only helping his case.
That's what I'm telling. I'm like, yo, these guys, if they're gonna go all in, they better make sure.
They better slam him.
Because if he don't go to jail, he's gonna be the next president.
He can't even run. He can run from jail,
and he will. But I think he'll lose the primary because I think there's enough.
I think he'll lose, but
there's
I can't call it.
Yeah, you never know.
I can't call it. I mean, like Joe Biden too. I'm not gonna forget that Joe Biden is responsible for the 1994 crime bill.
Yeah, the crime bill and called people predators and
the system of mass incarceration as we know it. There's millions.
He also nipped the HBCU bill that was supposed to fund a lot of the HBCUs that was I think Trump put that through. Yeah, Biden is. Listen, man. That's why I'm like, I don't know what do we do? I'm like, I told everybody. I was just talking to my wife's mom. And I said, if it's Trump versus Biden or if it's like DeSantis versus Biden, I'm just going to vote Cornel West and fucking sleep well at night.
Kanye West.
No, Cornell.
I know. I heard
Green
you, but
Party,
I was
you know?
just, what if Cornel West and Kanye West ran on a double bill?
Yo, shout out to Kanye, who was definitely just getting blown in the middle of a boat in Italy. And
that was what we thought it was, right? Okay.
His ass was out.
Oh, I didn't see.
Pants were down, bro.
I didn't see that part. Yeah, this next election, I can't call it, man. I don't know if I would vote for Biden again. I mean, honestly, I think that it's always a lesser of two evils situation, but sometimes it's hard to really determine what the lesser of the two evils are. A lot of the guys want Trump because he gave them PPP loans, but
the
that just
EDG was
shows you-
going crazy.
Shows you how simple niggas be, man. It's like you dangle that carrot in front of them, gave them the PPP loans, and you know they want them back for real.